Hey, howdy, partners. Welcome back. You watching the Thirsty Thursday edition of Liquid Lunch, and I'm the Staten Island cowboy, John Tobacco, coming from the Question Tequila Studios, and I'm with my favorite Texas cowboy, Drew Taylor. They call him the Crypto Cowboy. Joins us today from the Wild West Crypto Show. And Frank, you may know when we talk about crypto, we use him as our crypto dummy because he's really inept at understanding.
I'm very good at crashing.
So when we try very hard to teach you things on this show and make you more aware of what's going on, but if our guests can't give Frank any knowledge, because he's a dummy at this and he admitted it, not like a dummy in life, but with crypto, some things he's dumb about. But anyway, the tie and shirt combos definitely was dumb.
I hope all of our cowboys have checked their weapons.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're gunless today. But so, Drew, let's see if we can amaze and astound Frank.
Yes.
I just go on, have a few drinks before I go on. I try out some CBD and all this stuff, and I just go on there and gobble out a whole bunch of stuff and just try to make television, and he makes me look smart. But you're the crypto expert. I think Bitcoin was getting played around with over the last month or so. What say you?
It is, and you see a lot of things going on. What's interesting in the crypto space, if you're watching the financial markets at large, you see all this little bouncing around. What you don't see, doesn't make the headline, is one of the most consistent assets that we have out there in performance-wise over the long haul. You get the dips and the plays. We call those buying opportunities in Texas.
Oh yeah.
And but consistently, and you've got the forces, you have the headwinds of the big players in the financial space pushing against this. I mean, Bitwise was just denied another ETF. And so you have all these headwinds, yet it continues to gain adoption and growth. And I have to tell you, I believe, looking way down there, I believe that we're going to see another dip in the economy, okay? And it may be 12, 18, 24 months out there. Take a position in cryptocurrencies, folks. And I'm not, no financial advice.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, the folks in Venezuela that fared the best and are faring the best are invested in crypto.
So let me remind you that you should never, ever take financial advice from me, okay? I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on TV. And every day when I'm talking about financial stuff that I know, I have some info on, I read the crib notes, whatever I did. Remember, we're in the Question Tequila Studios, so even if you're thinking about listening to something I said, remember again, I drink alcohol every day when I'm saying this stuff. But let me ask you this. Very good friend of mine, after work every day, we leave here, our crew usually moseys down to the Bobby Van Saloon right across from New York Stock Exchange there. And we talk to like the biggest hedge fund managers and the biggest guys in the world, okay, coming off the floor of the New York Stock Exchange at 4:15. And someone was telling me the other day a very interesting point, and it relates with, the GM of the Houston Rockets retweeted this thing supporting people in Hong Kong.
Right.
And China came in and told Tencent Holdings, who broadcast this stuff online, stop broadcasting all NBA because of one tweet from this obscure GM. Right, a really smart hedge fund manager friend, big wealthy guy. He said to me, "You watch Bitcoin take off now, because the people in Hong Kong and the people in China, they're seeing that the government's getting involved. The only way they can get money out of there is in Bitcoin." And his thoughts are right. He said, "Did you know that there are more people watching NBA games in China than exist in America?" So imagine they're flexing their muscle like that over one tweet from the Houston Rockets GM. What do you think about that?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. And actually, if you look at the biggest acquisition of Bitcoin going on right now, bada bing.
Yeah.
Biggest acquisition in Bitcoin right now, you look at the most activity of people acquiring it, they're in Hong Kong. So you look at this little island metropolis that is actually, it's China's only experiment, very successful one that they're trying to upstage, trying to shut down.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and they are in there doing that. And I have to tell you, I'm going to take this personal for a minute. I'm from Texas. I've been a San Antonio Spurs fan. We've got a guy there by the name of Greg Popovich. Pop, stick to your coaching, buddy. I mean, all of a sudden he goes out there and says all these things that he does as this social justice warrior. Yet this is going on, freedom, and Pop won't even touch it.
How about like Robert De Niro? Shut up.
Oh my
Alyssa
God.
Milano, shut up. Popovich, shut up.
I have a number
Enough already. Their fame and athletic ability doesn't translate into them being a social critic. Get
It's
out
the
of
reason
here
Hollywood's
already.
dying.
Leave that to us cowboys over here, Greg Popovich.
I have a number of. By the way, in addition to John's financial tips that you should not take seriously, do not take any cowboy tips from him either, because he knows nothing about being a cowboy. He's as urban as I am.
I'm a rhinestone cowboy.
I'm
I'm identifying as a cowgirl today. How about that?
I give up.
All right.
All right,
I did it. I almost broke him. I'm
bit
sorry.
Of, one
Drew.
one bit of breaking
When
news.
Drew comes on, I get happy. It's not about the topics as much
That's
as
true.
it's about having
He's great.
fun.
And then there is a lot of cryptocurrency news that we'll bring you throughout the show. But one bit of breaking news that I want to bring to folks' attention is New York Congresswoman Nita Lowey, who is the first woman to ever chair the Congressional Appropriations Committee, has just announced that she will not run for re-election. So this has a lot of people speculating that perhaps Chelsea Clinton will be running for her congressional seat. This has been rumored for a long time. And as Nita Lowey can tell you from when she wanted to run for U.S. Senate, when Nita Lowey is in the way of the Clintons and an office that they want, they will make sure she gets pushed out of the way.
In other news, Nita Lowey was found hung in her jail cell.
No, she took the easy way out.
Oh, no, she didn't. She didn't use the Epstein way out.
She took the easy way out.
And for those of you who don't know, it is my view that Jeffrey Epstein is still alive, and he's running for president as Joe Walsh. But I want to thank you, Drew, for joining us for the Wild West Crypto Thursday. And Drew's going to be here in New York. We're going to bring them all around town. And if any of you cowboys and cowgirls are out there, come on down to the Bobby Van Saloon after. I'm going to try to drag Drew down there for a couple cocktails. Take a quick break and come back and mix it up right after this.